And overcome with sorrow after a visit with your terminally ill Nana, you left the care home in despondency. After waiting patiently at a nearby crosswalk, the walk light came on and you absentmindedly stepped into the street when the defendant's automobile struck you. You sign here, here, and here.
I wasn't visiting my Nana before I got hit.
Well, I took your deposition home last night. I might have made a few alterations. This is your 6th accident this year, and I really got to start tugging at some heartstrings. The courthouse cafeteria is rife with rumor that you're actually stepping in front of automobiles intentionally. Trust me, this version's way better.
But it's a lie, and so is the part about me being absent-minded. I had the right of way, and I shouldn't have to justify myself.
Normally I'd agree, but the judge is going to wonder why you got brain trauma after getting hit by a vehicle going less than 2 kilometers an hour. Any more bandages, and I would expect you to emerge from Pharaoh's tomb.
Yeah, well, CAT scans and broken bones don't lie.
I admit that the creator should have packaged you with a few more styrofoam peanuts, but sometimes the law is more about appearances than it would actually happen. Absent-minded was the only way I could justify your actions. Well, to me.
I swear I didn't hear it coming. I think it might have been one of them electric cars.
It was a diesel-fueled ice cream truck playing Yankee Doodle Dandy at an absolutely ear-splitting 136 decibels. That would be like a Metallica concert driving towards you, and you not even hearing it.
Well, I've never been a fan of heavy metal.
Oh yeah, and on a related note, the next time you're at the courthouse, can you not high-five the bailiffs? Court shouldn't feel like a Mardi Gras bachelor party.
They're Carol's friends, not mine.
You mean Carol, the stenographer you've been dating?
No, that's Carla. Carol's a parole officer.
I thought you and Carla were an item.
Yeah, she cared more about that goddamn pygmy typewriter than she ever did about me. And I used to think she was the one. We were just about to celebrate our first anniversary.
Shh. Listen.
I don't hear anything.
I gotta go.
Good morning.
Christ! What the hell are you doing here?
I'm your employee.
Oh, of course. I'm not accustomed to having a staff. Is this coffee fresh?
It is.
Yeah.
When you have a minute, can we talk?
Right after I get over that scare you just gave me. My arthritic soul almost got launched from the ejection seat. You might want to...
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I've been your employee for nearly 2 years. And when I'm not being forgotten about, I'm being treated more like a barista than a paralegal.
I was wondering when you were going to finally ask for a raise.
I'm not asking for a raise. I'm asking for more responsibility.
What an irresponsible thing to ask for. I mean, if you would have given me your resume 10 years ago, I would have told you that I needed a paralegal like I needed a paraplegic parakeet. But, the partners of Peter, Paul, and Mary are quite convincing. Of course, Paul's a dick and Mary's a big flirt, but, there is a reason why they're on the cover of Lawsuit Aficionado. But it doesn't mean I don't appreciate what you do.
You probably never even read my resume.
Not true. You're the goal-oriented team player with excellent time management skills.
Everyone's resume says that. Under skills, I listed Master of Disguise, and you've never once expressed curiosity.
Well, I assumed your wardrobe was the disguise. Well, aren't you as reliable as an accident-prone rooster? Another chandelier fall on your head?
No, this time I slipped on the sidewalk. But it wasn't my fault.
Faults are for earthquakes. Come right in. So, how did this tumble take place?
Outside of a skating rink.
You'd think the owners of a skating rink would understand the hazards of ice. Well, soon, they'll know the hazards of a legal warlock. I'll teach them not to salt their sidewalk.
They had gravel sprinkled on it.
You would probably find a way to slip on ice if you were in the Sahara. It says do not disturb. Excuse me. What have I done with my life? Since I was a kid, all I ever wanted was one juicy class action lawsuit. Just one. I'm not a selfish man, but would throwing me the next thalidomide level fiasco be too much to ask for? Instead, my only client Has the bone density of fine china.
No, I realize I haven't been getting injured as much as you've grown accustomed, but I've been trying. Really, I have been.
You have plenty of clients. What happened to that ambulance you chased yesterday?
That woman was dead. 101 years young. I spent more time chasing corpses than a driver in the hearse edition of the Indy 500.
But you said her family wanted revenge on the pharmacist who sold her that expired medication.
I lied. Cause of death? Natural. As if that's a real thing. You know, there was a time when I could stir the ire of a grieving family with vitriol so severe they'd condemn God himself to the electric chair. Those days are over.
You know, I could get hit by a bus if it'll make you feel any better. Hey, big guy?
I've got just the thing. This is more serious than I thought. That sound usually has him sliding across the hood of his car in 5 seconds flat.
Where are you going?
To the hospital. If I can't find him a client stat, he's gonna be the one in the back of an ambulance.
You better watch how you use that thing. I'm as impressed with your nerve control as anyone, but your doctor said you shave a day off your life every time you pull that trick. God only knows how many months you lost boosting my car.
It was worth it.
How long have I been out?
About an hour. Just wondering how long I was going to have to play solitaire alone. Why don't you pull up a chair?
Where's Iris?
I think she said she was going to the hospital.
I hope she's all right.
You sit right here and your lawyer will be with you momentarily.
What lawyer? And why'd you bring me to this hotel room? Nurse?
You'll never guess who I found stumbling around the quarantine center of the St. Subiru Hospital.
Why are you wearing this? Oh, master of disguise. Do I look like $1 million?
Definitely more expensive than that shirt. On a related note, you might want to save the self-hypnosis for when you're not in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah, well, I'll take that under advisement. In the meantime, I better jackknife the welcome wagon.
So, you're his new one.
Oh, gentlemen!
You used to deny your philandering. Now you're flaunting your conquest right in front of me.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
It's times like this I remember how we first met.
Please don't.
After a hot cocoa-related incident. I woke up at the hospital beside of Sterling here, at my bedside, clipping my toenails.
You need to leave.
I can show myself out.
Here, let me help you.
Don't.
Sorry about that.
It's not the first lovers' quarrel I've ever witnessed.
How I long for the days when I could actually deny that without hesitation. But in fact, it does rival the most sexless relationships I've ever been in. Don't worry about him. I'm sure I'll hear all about it tomorrow. Oh, and the nail clipping thing? It's not erotic. Just get a little fidgety. Now where were we?
I was hatching an escape plan.
Why would you do a silly thing like that?
Because I'm pretty sure I've been kidnapped.
Touche.
I should really get back to the hospital. My doctor's going to wonder where I am.
You're just a distant memory to those doctors that you hold in high regard.
That's actually them calling right now.
Don't worry yourself about that. What we need to do is find the people responsible for your sorrowful condition and hold them accountable. What exactly is your condition?
They never had a chance to tell me.
What was his condition? Iris,
Huh?
do you remember what his condition was called?
Frankly, I'm a bit more concerned about Paraguay's extradition laws right now. I was so in character, the fact that I was actually kidnapping somebody never even crossed my mind.
Well, you're like my own personal Rosetta Stone, just waiting to be decoded. Well, I better make some inquiries at the hospital here.
Take me with you.
You stay put and keep Daniela Day-Lewis here company. I'll be right back. Never fear, the diagnosis is here.
Is that my file?
Well, if it isn't, I better get my dozen donuts back. And the winner is Yersinia minors pestis. Whatever the fuck that is.
I'm on it. It says here it's a mild form of the bubonic plague.
Oh my god, this is...
Better than I could have ever imagined.
Excuse me? I'm a card-carrying member of the medieval scourge that killed off 3/4 of the European population? And that's your best case scenario?
Exactly the sort of thing this law firm needs.
The Black Death was one dastardly son of a bitch.
You can't hold a grudge forever.
Speaking of Black Death, you kind of got
That's the least of it. I never thought I'd start buying adult diapers at my age. I wouldn't volunteer that information, but you already know, file and all.
I did know that, but it's not in your file. Let's just say, little birdie told me.
Nurse Birdie? She seems so nice.
I really should choose my idioms more carefully.
I don't know what's worse, knowing that I have the plague or that medics and lawyers trade information like trading cards.
Plague's clearly worse. You shouldn't be ashamed. Leaking pus from the asshole isn't really technically incontinence.
Let's take a vote. Who thinks I should be returned to quarantine under supervision of medical professionals? There you have it.
I expected more from you. If this went well, you could have made partner.
Me? Partner?
Who knows what it could have been?
You've got to be kidding me.
What? I have my career to think about.
No offense, but the 7 billion people this affects don't give a fuck about your career.
You're right. We're definitely gonna need a heavy chain.
I understand your faith in the legal and medical professions are shook to the core right about now. But let's go through the circumstances prior to you being found unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. I was leaking pus from aforesaid asshole.
Are you sure you don't want to be found unconscious? In my experience, it bodes well for the plaintiff if they're found incapable of making a phone call. However, if you do have a harrowing tale of actually dialing the phone with your incisors, I really wouldn't bet against it.
Having the plague isn't harrowing enough.
It's crossed my mind. The closer you were to the light, the closer to a slam dunk. I know it sounds callous.
It doesn't sound callous. It sounds fucking evil.
I knew you'd understand. Lawyers navigate precarious territory. We're like Hermes to Hades. But never mind that now. I don't want to spoil my opening statement.
You want to know how it went down? I'll tell you. I got back home from a jog, had a glass of water, and I watched the news.
Okay, this water you mentioned.
You are familiar with the substance?
Describe the circumstances of you pouring it.
I took a cup out the cupboard, and I turned the tap on. Cold water. And then I mixed in a teaspoon of hydration powder into it.
Hydration powder?
Yeah, it's this product that's been proven to double the quenching quality of any liquid. So instead of having to drink 2 glasses of water and feeling bloated, I only have to drink 1.
And who makes this product?
Shit, I don't know. Philanthrocorp probably.
Are you talking about the Herculean multinational conglomerate Philanthrocorp?
They're the only one I know.
Now, would you say you developed these symptoms before or after you consumed this product? I knew it! It was after! Yes!
That doesn't mean they're to blame. I hardly doubt a company whose slogan is selling goodwill one product at a time would be responsible for the resurgence of the most devastating disease to reap a scythe across mankind.
Lucky for you, I point fingers like people breathe. In the meantime, we have to get you into protective custody before those Philanthrocorp goons get their hands on you.
You're the only one I need protection from.
You're right. They'd never suspect you at my place. It's settled. You'll move in tonight. You know, I haven't had a slumber party since I was a kid. By about midnight, you're going to be braiding my hair. Oh, I'm so excited.
In equal degree to my terror.
Oh, you'll feel right as rain once the Stockholm Syndrome kicks in. Just look at us as the odd couple, but with better odds.
10 to 1, I never see my family again.
A family can wait. Philanthrocorp will rue the day they ever mess with Sterling Wilbur Holloway.
Sorry. I had no idea your middle name was Wilbur.
Oh, it smells like you're running a skunk boarding house.
Skunks are very amicable creatures.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of boarding house, someone needs to stay here a few days, and just to kind of give you a heads up, it's not your traditional lodging arrangements. Some might even say the word hostage.
That's cool, man. I love animals. Hostage is kind of a funny name for a dog, though, isn't it?
All right. My dog hostage. Look, a marijuana legalization rally.
How dare they meddle in my livelihood?
I didn't
have been a mirage. He gets kind of grumpy when he's not fed, okay? Have you seen a blue Tupperware container in here?
Check the sink.
That would imply the food's no longer in it. Must have missed my name on it.
I thought that so whoever ate it could compliment you on your primo culinary skills. You Julia Childed the fuck out of that dish.
I didn't Julia Child anything. It's nutritionalist trash from that greasy Chinese joint down by the pet store. What do you expect him to eat now? Ice cubes?
Actually, I finished the last of those and then found that the tray was perfect for organizing my vitamins. Here, let me order you two a pie from Marcello's. Nothing bonds man and beast quicker than sharing a pizza.
No. I don't want your filthy drug money. I don't want it.
Fine, starve, but I'm not gonna have a malnourished dog on my conscience. My ex left those behind when we broke up. I think they're expired, but his dog couldn't get enough of them.
Are these safe for human consumption?
Please tell me you didn't just ask that. Cheap bastard would buy his own mom a secondhand coffin. How'd they go over?
Oh, must have been an acquired taste.
Oh, and by the way, I'll have you know that my filthy drug money pays half this rent.
I have to do some research, so if you could just keep your rationalization down to just a minimum, I would really appreciate it.
Quiet it is.
Do I smell propane?
I'll smoke this later.
Thank you.
Say, if you need peace and quiet so bad, why don't you just stay at your office?
They put me in the party wing. Doing any work after 7 is virtually impossible. Doing a drunk chick after 7 is a guarantee.
What hotel do you work at again?
I work out of a hotel, you ingrate. I'm a lawyer. My photocopied law degree is right beside you.
I used that to smoke a doobie a fortnight ago.
I haven't heard that term in a fortnight.
Fortnight?
No, doobie. The last time I heard it, I was smoking one at a Michael McDonald concert. I just didn't think it was still part of the nomenclature.
Contrary to popular belief, marijuana slang doesn't go out of style. Spliffs didn't replace doobies, and Sticky Icky didn't replace Mary Jane. They coexist under the eternal harmony of the green cornucopia.
You know, you wouldn't have time to be incomprehensible if you had a respectable job like I do.
Exploiting the feeble?
No, representing the feeble.
I've seen better representation in surrealist portraits.
You haven't seen me in my natural habitat. The courtroom is like my Serengeti. It is there where I represent those who do not have a voice and tell those with a voice to shut the fuck up while I deliver my final arguments.
If you just stop practicing your closing arguments in front of the bathroom mirror, I'll be happy.
Of all the things to complain about.
It's the erection that bothers me. The least you could do is close the door and stop judging how I make my money.
I have no issues with how you make your money. It's the proximity. And not to mention Mr. Turtledove over there. God only knows how big his rap sheet is. I would call him a mute, but his intent to kill is coming in loud and clear.
Cut him some slack. He's barely killed anyone.
Judge Nolan? Every time I hear that, I feel like I'm in lockdown.
Well, I didn't know you smoked.
You two know each other?
Know each other. Well, I was tossing out his motions while you was still slinging dime bags in daycare, mon cher. Oh, God, not again. The voter can't come soon enough, and some days I just forget to change. I would remove this, but I am freestyling.
The justice system involves far more nudity than I'd realized.
Justice would be glad to be blind if she'd seen what I got going on under here. Hook me up an OZ.
No offense, Your Honor, but shouldn't you be shying away from illegal activity, being a judge and all?
Objection!
Sustained. Unless she gets caught, that is none of my business. And besides, you have not exactly explained why you're here.
Oh, he's my roommate.
Whoa, you're like 80 years old. I have dependents with more independence than you, son.
We're nearly the same age, Your Honor.
Enough with the titles. I haven't been Your Honor since I made love to my wife last night.
Hella romantic.
Ooh. Mind if I borrow this? I totaled my gavel, reshingling my roof. Multi-purpose my ass. What's that? Oh, any judge will tell you, listen to your gavel. What's with, fingers?
Don't ask, or you become one of them.
You speak like you know him, sir. Why, he's a harmless a killer as I have ever met. Just don't get him started on those ankle bracelets. Cheer up. If jumping bail was an Olympic sport, you'd be a gold medal winner.
Can you please keep it down?
Sterling has homework. The soothing sounds of the Congo will settle his nerves.
Oh, yeah. Midday at the bank of the Congo is a dangerous place, and an alligator's patience may finally be rewarded as a thirsty wildebeest approaches the water's edge. Actually, the alligator was only a log. My bad. I could have sworn that was an alligator.
Good morning.
Well, after our conversation yesterday, I'm surprised you're actually still here making coffee.
I assumed you'd forget, so I decided to play it safe.
Very judicial of you. You know, I have been thinking of ways of giving you more responsibility, by the way.
So have I. I'd like to ask for a larger role in the Philanthrocorp case.
There was a case. They're as clean as a whistle. Not one lawsuit has ever been filed against them, and I actually can't even see if they've even been charged with jaywalking.
I found something.
You did?
The primary ingredient in the hydration powder is something called tulipsius. It's derived from a rare tulip that's native to Eastern Europe. There's one piece of land in the entire world where they're grown in abundance, and guess who owns it? Philanthrocorp. And guess what's buried underneath this field? A mass grave of plague victims dating back to the 15th century.
We got him! I'll file a lawsuit this afternoon. Yeah.
The moment you do that, Philanthrocorp's going to unleash a squadron of lawyers and public relations experts that's going to make a playground look like a battlefield. What you need to do is to sneak behind enemy lines and take a peek at their defense before returning to the foxhole and preparing a full frontal attack.
Okay there, that's all swell there, Jermel Patton, but you know, I don't really understand what you mean to sneak behind enemy lines.
Philanthrocorp is a company accustomed to being treated like the good guy. You can learn a lot about somebody in the manner in which they react to stress. I suggest calling their customer support line and making a complaint informally.
That's a good idea. I kind of wish I knew you were useful when I hired you.
Excuse me?
The damage is done, and no amount of backpedaling is going to change that, so you might as well just soak it in. I know I did.
I'm not going to stand here and be undermined by...
Yes, hello? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Please put me through to your complaint department. What do you mean you don't have one? Yes, I realize your standards of excellence is above reproach, but believe it or not everybody's happy with your products. All right, if you don't have a complaint department, I'll make you the complaint department. I don't care if it's above your pay grade. No, I don't want to fill out an online survey. Well, that's awfully generous of you. Yeah, thanks. You have a nice day as well. Ha! They're sending me a $50 gift certificate.
You forgot to mention the plague.
Oh, son of a... Nice try. But you've got to get up pretty early in the morning to trick old Sterling Holloway. No, I was not talking to another phone agent. No, I'm not saying that every Pakistani sounds the same. I'm saying every Pakistani with a lisp sounds the same. And I doubt there are two of you working with the same speech impediment in the same call center. Oh, you work at different call centers? Oh, my mistake. Anyways, I was so full of gratitude when your associate offered me a gift certificate that I got derailed from the reason I called. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I would like a $100 gift certificate, yeah. Wait a second, I'm not falling for that again. I have a complaint, and somebody's going to be my sounding board. Really? Oh well, yeah, I look forward to it. Thank you. Take care now. Ha! He says a tier 3 customer service specialist is going to be coming in about 48. I wonder who that could be. What do you want?
I was about to ask you the same question. I'm Floyd, your Tier 3 customer satisfaction specialist.
You guys were supposed to be 48 hours and it hasn't even been 40 seconds.
Actually, they said up to 48 hours. Can I come in? Oh, before I forget, here's your gift certificate.
But they said this was going to take 4 to 6 weeks.
Actually, they said up to 4 to 6 weeks. I don't mean to rush you, but I have lots of pats on the back to get from some of our millions of satisfied customers. So if you could express your concerns in a timely manner, that would be great.
Your product causes the plague. Is that timely enough for you?
Sir, the bubonic plague may have been all the rage 600 years ago, but we live in an era of bird flu, swine flus, and mad cow diseases. So if you have an issue, I suggest you take it up with old McDonald and not the company that's been voted cuddliest consecutively for the last 2 decades. When polled, regardless of demographic, people choose us as the corporation they would choose to spoon with if we were a person. Our original hydration powder formula, currently available in vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, soon to be available in orange and elderberry, is currently enjoyed by 67 million families worldwide. With that many hydrated customers, it's a wonder we're not dealing with a global pandemic.
Because descendants of the original bubonic plague have inherited a genetic immunity, and considering your hydration powder is most readily available in Europe and Asia, the countries most affected by the original bubonic plague, and has only recently become readily available in North America, it makes sense that this is an isolated phenomenon. Factor in immigration trends, and it's a no-brainer.
Very good. You never did say which one of you had the plague. If I had to guess, I'd say it was you.
Hey! Yes. Actually, it's a mild form of the plague, something between a tummy ache and the grave. I'm speaking on behalf of a third party.
I'd like to have one of our doctors take a look at him. It's the only way we're going to reach some sort of a resolution.
All right, then. But you can only look at him. No potions, no voodoo. Okay, here's my address. Bring the doctor by tonight at my place. And when I say tonight, I mean Earth hours. Whoa. Oh, well, we really showed that son of a bitch.
Well, mostly I did.
Security to the ER. Security.
Hello?
We have a problem here. I think your dog swallowed an oil refinery.
Okay, give him plenty of vitamin C. I'll be there in an hour. We need a doctor.
Well, maybe what's his name can call his. I'll catch him.
No. The last thing I need is a doctor on Philanthrocorp's payroll saving my specimen. God forbid he cures him. What I need is somebody that can keep him alive just barely enough, just long enough to take the stand. No more, no less.
What sort of person are you thinking of?
When with the plague, do what the plague-ridden do.
You were lucky to find a doctor at this hour.
Oh, a bit too lucky if you ask me. Oh, you better be rotting from the inside out because that Philanthrocorp suit and his crony are going to be here any minute. Welcome.
This is the patient?
Fairly impatient if you ask me.
Holy shit!
Plague doctor, meet everyone. Everyone, meet plague doctor.
No, seriously. What the fuck is this thing?
You act like you haven't seen a plague doctor before.
So, we meet again.
I thought my ancestors killed off the last of your kind 500 years ago.
Next time you kill us off, better check the pulse.
I will. I think I'll use a stethoscope. Ever heard of one?
You ply the devil's trade, my friend. My forefathers' teachings dictates diagnosis and cure can be had with nothing more than a jar of leeches and this cool-looking pointed mask.
Yeah, maybe that's why when you were running things, the life expectancy was like 30.
Harsh.
The antiquated ways of you and your ilk ends today.
Excuse me, Philanthrocorp did not hire you to exact revenge.
Philanthrocorp can stuff an ostrich egg up its...
Philanthrocorp is not accustomed to being spoken to in such a manner.
Before you so diligently write her up for insubordination, let me make you a proposition. These two clearly have to be loyal towards one another. I say we let them channel that elevated emotional state into an inevitable match of fisticuffs, thereby putting to rest our little disagreement.
An adolescent brawl to resolve a $1 billion lawsuit. It's just ain't enough to work.
Call it a bare-knuckle coin toss. My guy wins, you let a lawsuit proceed without any delay. If your chick wins, I'll drop the lawsuit. And I'll write a letter of apology to the 2 lisping phone agents I spoke with.
You've got yourself a deal.
Ow!
I'm gonna go re-up.
Mess with the Mayo Clinic, you mess with me!
Well, it's settled then.
But he still has some fight left in him. Ah, forget it, I concede.
Then on behalf of Philanthrocorp, I would like to present to you a complimentary pad of foolscap paper, now available in diagonal, perfect for drafting apology letters.
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
How many Pakistanis with lisps do you have working for you?
How many drops of water are in the ocean?
70 quadrillion, 800,000, 543 drops in the ocean. Unless, of course, you're talking about the Atlantic.
Wow, that was one hell of a trick, but where's the convict at?
In the enchanted realm of magic. Anyways, I've got some plant watering I need to attend to.
So what's next?
Your bill's in the mail.
You took no legal action whatsoever.
Look, every situation requires a different stratagem. You cannot hold my diversity against me.
Life isn't fair.
Tell me about it. I'm in no mood to write an apology letter.
By any means possible, I'm gonna get mine. Chasing my dreams, I'm gonna get clients. I am the law, let me fix the defiant. Trust me and my team, we like a pack of lions. I'll show you where to sign and get that money for you. Hurt, let me make them pay for your wounds. Some say I ain't right, but I won't stop. I'll catch you in the ER parking lot. I ain't playing, nope, nope. And if you were, I ain't saying who, what, when, where, why. Let's parlay. I handle the business. I will take care all that you need. And my pay's fair, banged up in a crash. Call Sterling for the cash. I'll point out the fault if you point out the fault. Dealing with legals can drive you insane. I'll put you on to Phaedra, she can help with the pain.